share it with the world.
It says you don't have an appointment until February 27th, 10 o'clock a.m. So who is it with?
It should be with what's her name?
Not until the 27th.
My therapist.
Not today, it's the 27th.
Okay then, cool. Go to my messages and see what it says.
Why does it matter what I say?
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a... Bring it out to the 25.
Here we go.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, here's Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Mustang 19.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, Hurts. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown, and the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
I'm not going to lie, I'm trash right now.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ready?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In motion comes the tight end left. On second down, here's Mixon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down the 42-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
11.
Now Burrow on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will
and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 31 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Here's McPherson now to send it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Let's go now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And some room to roam now. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 25-yard line. And even 100 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Mixon with a first down carry. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
He's got a man complete. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 78 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
we go.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Burrow on play action. And he will find his man Chase complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
First down. Here's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They gave it a shot with the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to take another shot here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. From his end zone, Wilson. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit.
Here we go.
You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that
11,
done.
11, 11. Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
From the 35 on second down. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for second down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. On the end around, here comes Smith. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
19 right. Go.
They go play action with Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
11. 12.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's get set. 11, Thomas.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. He'll throw on first down with Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge, who worked his way in for the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant and keep throwing it around.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On 2. 12. 11, Palmer.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
11, MT, Tate. 11, MT, Tate.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
11, 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
I'm one, ready?
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
11, 11.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst from 8 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
on 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And that is taken in by Hurst. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
They couldn't ask for much more at this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
53 yards.
And the Bengals have cut the lead back down to 2.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The 20. Touchdown. George Kittle, 79 yards. And the 49ers have moved down in front.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL, because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Purdy.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific.
This one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
What he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Oh, what a catch by Samuel.
20. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touch. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus in the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals
Bengals are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
Now Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Mixing up the middle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Gun. Gun.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Inside handoff to Mixon to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. He's going to get it again. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Here we go.
Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Purdy. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Purdy to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. Here's the punter, Trenton Gill, now to do the honors, and off we go here at Soldier Field. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
And the tight end goes in motion left. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11-90.
Again, it's Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 78 yards. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That was Eddie Jackson on the safety blitz, dropping the quarterback. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running left, it's Mixon.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On third down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 31 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On fourth down, Fields. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Gun. Stop. Stop.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
A handoff to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Second down and goal. Burrow firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Hayden Hurst. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Now it's Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more?
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To the air again, Fields. Steps away to his left. And this one too low.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Jones on the return. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fields. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Fields. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And it'll be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker. A gain of 4. And it's third down. Gun. Stop.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
11-90.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chandler Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. That one goes for 24 yards. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Fields throwing again. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
From the 30 on second down, Fields.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Fields now to throw.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to him.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The tight end in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal.
On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
4th down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar